Hi, this is Kathleen, and I just want to talk with today about habits and environments and which affects your life more and how they relate to business because our environments totally influence how we react, what we think, and then what we take action on. If we're in a negative environment or an environment that's not supportive, that can totally shut down any progress that you're making or want to make toward changes in your life. Habits, you can have habits that aren't conducive to what you want in your life. And you might not even be aware of what habit you may have that is stopping your progress towards success. If you have a habit of not even getting started, you buy something and maybe you don't get started with that. That's a habit. Or you get started and then you quit just before success. Or you don't ask for help. You don't reach out and get the help that you need. All successful people have coaches and mentors. They use their success, their knowledge, their skills, and their eyes to see what they can't see. When you think about people that are out there, all successful people, athletes have coaches, um, teams have coaches. It doesn't mean that that coach is better than they are at what they do. It just means that that coach can see what they can't see. That coach is looking and watching and observing so that they can then help reflect on that. And maybe in the case of a coach, in an athlete, they may have them move their arm just a little bit if it's a swing that they're doing, or position themselves a little different. They may think in their mind they're doing everything right, but because they can't stand back and watch that, their head might be moving in a direction that's throwing things off, or they're pulling back a little too much. Well, the same thing happens in business. You may have a something that you keep doing over and over, and you don't even realize you're doing it. And somebody else can come in and say, "Here's here's what you're doing. Correct this, or maybe do this just a little bit differently," and you get a whole different result. So it's so important to look at what environment you're in, what people are in your environment. There's two types of people. They're either draining you of energy or they're charging you up. And if they're draining you, then you need to separate yourself from that negative energy and that drain that it takes, because it's hard to stay up when somebody is constantly pulling you down. So you need to adjust that in your environment, and then look at your habits and start creating new habits. How do you start your day? Are you starting it in a positive way? Do you get out and exercise, or do you drink that glass of water that you need first thing in the morning to rehydrate your body and get your body feeling good again, and then get your heart opened up and the blood flowing by just some simple exercise? That doesn't mean you have to go to the gym. It just means you need to get your heart rate up a little bit in the morning. And you find that a ton of creativity comes from that exercise. A lot of very professional people that have been very successful, some of their best ideas and have come when they have been exercising, because everything is flowing. And like I say, it doesn't mean you got to go pump iron at the gym. Maybe a brisk walk, just a short brisk walk, or some do a little dance or something that gets you moving and feeling good. And then when you start your day off with positive food in your system, something that really is going to be healthy, the rest of your day you're going to make better choices. Because the likelihood, if you start your day off with a donut, then you feel like, well, that day's shot anyway. But if you started that day off with a really healthy breakfast, the chances are you're going to look at the rest of your day and say, I'm not going to blow that now. Those are just some simple little things about looking at your environment, see who's in it, what's around you, kind of take inventory and see, is this serving me or is it draining me? Look at and see if you are a dreamer and a hoper, where you are just dreaming and hoping of these things that you want in your life, or are you really taking action on them? If you get the shiny syndrome object, where you go from thing to thing thinking, just because you can hope and dream that that's going to be that's going to be what's going to change my life. The thing that's going to change your life is by taking action. Find the thing that fits for you and then take action on it. That's when your life will change. You change your environment, you change your habits, and you stick with something. Stop chasing the shiny syndrome of dreaming and hoping and being a hope addict rather than a doer. You have to take action. Peace and success. Make it a great day. KathleenPackard.com.